Japan. It's a place of ancient tradition and staggering modernity. One of the safest countries in the world, where the only thing that stalks the lonely alleyways are reasonably priced vending machines. I'm Megan Devison, researcher, podcaster, and monster hunter. I'm in Japan. Japan has a whole suite of awesome cryptids that I could be exploring. But today we are going to be focusing on Issi. He or she is a giant plesiosaur that lives in Lake Akita. But before I can become human bait, I have to find Lake Akita, and trust me, it wasn't easy. After about 2 hours on the train, I finally found my stop. And it wasn't hard to miss. I knew I was in the right place. Then the walk began.
Well, I've been walking along this highway for nearly 2 hours on a non-existent pathway, but I can finally see Lake Akita.
Lake Akita, not to be confused with Lake Ikea, is a body of water that sits in a volcanic crater. It is 11 kilometers squared with a gorgeous 15-kilometer shoreline. According to science, the most impressive thing that Lake Akita holds is monster eels, some that have been found 6 foot in length. These large Malaysian eels are actually an introduced species and are shown off in huge tanks in the local exhibition. However, I know what you are thinking. Could these massive eels be what people are mistaking for Issi? Well, no. Even the largest recorded eel is but a fraction of the size of Issi, who is claimed to be around 16 to 17 feet long. He is a big boy.
Well, I'm finally at Lake Akita, as you can see, and I'm having just a little bit of a sit down because it's been a pretty epic journey getting here. But what a place to sit down. That stick over there, if you can see it, has already scared the shit out of me when I dipped my feet in. But I've got binoculars, this epic lens for spying, the GoPro. I've even got a snorkel and mask if I'm willing enough to dive in and be bait, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm just gonna have a sit down and see what we can see.
My approach to finding this beastie was threefold. Yes, threefold. 1. Gather all the information I could from the local area. 2. Scan the water's surface. Could I see him popping above the waves?
Thought I saw something out there, but these dark sort of shadowy waves are tricking me.
And failing that, 3. Get into the water as a tempting, tasty treat.
The water's really warm because it's been bloody hot. It's 27 degrees here currently, so it's actually really crystal clear. There's all these tiny little fish around, which is really nice. I think they keep trying to eat my feet, but that's okay, I'll let them. But when there's small fish, there's big fish, which means there's bigger fish, which means that there's baby giant monsters. So I'm getting distracted because there's these huge waves coming in out of nowhere. It'd be pretty good if you just caught like Issi behind me while I was just jabbering. Well, there's a butterfly if you can see it, but no Issi yet. Okay, well I might be crazy, but I think I'm about to go snorkeling in Lake Akita looking for Issi. I brought snorkel gear, I'm in my swimmers already. It's sunny, it's hot, it's clear. There are some snakes, but I think it's the right thing to do. Let's hope Issi likes Australian tourists. Okay, I think everyone on the side of on the highway. I'm so a bit scared. I think everyone on the side of the highway thinks I'm f***ing crazy, and you know what? I probably am. When the sun goes away, it gets very scary, but I've committed now. What am I doing? I heard a noise and got scared. Where's my backup crew? I know there are giant eels in here, occasionally snakes, and possibly a sea monster, so, you know, keep your eyes open. Oh god, I stepped on a rock, it's okay. I stepped on a rock. Oh god. Patty, you better appreciate this.
As I got used to the water, the sounds, the sights, and the small little fish nibbling at me, the minutes soon turned into hours. At the deepest points that I reached, the lake bed was still beautifully clear and lit up. Even as I swam deeper, I still managed to retain my cool. Kind of.
Any good sea monster, hopefully they're attracted to thrashing and splashing, because that's what I did just a second ago when my snorkel touched the back of my back and scared the living daylights out of me. I'm gonna fix it and go back in, maybe. There's a shoe over there. Where am I? Where am I? Why am I doing this?
Despite the new fear of a Japanese highway serial killer and my closest backup being back in Australia, I got back into the water to look for Issi. Issi was first reported being seen by 20 people in 1978. Again in 1991, another visitor also saw something in the lake and even managed to get some video footage. For the life of me, I could not find this. Suspicious?
Okay. I didn't see anything. I'm a bit scared and cold now, so I'm gonna continue to search on land. I should learn to dive, and I could go deep. Also, I should have backup, in case the monster gets me. In true organised fashion, I also forgot a towel, so I'm gonna have to use the one piece of item you should never go travelling without, your brother's stolen shirt. Last video it was the blue one, this time I stole the red one, and he doesn't know I have it. Sorry, Angus.
As a last-ditch effort, I took to the shoreline, but as the sun hung low in the sky, the waves started to take on an ominous and often tricksy shape. After a few more hours of searching on land, all that I spotted were some pretty butterflies, these badass eagle bros, and this freaky spider, oh, also a really super suspicious lakeside lab.
Well, Lake Akita is behind me, as you can see, and so far no lake monsters. I did win big at the little thing with the coin. I don't actually know what it is, but yeah, no luck seeing any river monsters yet. One thing I've noticed is there's these white caps on the waves. Issi's meant to be white, so maybe that's what they're seeing, but I don't know, this lake is huge, and there's fish everywhere. There's giant eels, yummy, yummy giant eels. We eat eels, so surely something big like an Issi would eat eels. know. I think there might be something here, I just haven't seen it.
All that was left to do was to make the long journey back and plan my next expedition.